aim of the project and of the consortium is to provide innovative trainings in the field of transports and advanced manufacturing in transports. And we have built a consortium with 3 countries, Italy, Denmark, and the United Kingdom, with 11 partners. In each country, we had 3 main different entities, so vocational training providers, industry, and certification bodies. You can have an overlook of the partners into the link Partners and Open Networks Net, so you will check yourself that we had some big industries like Fiat, Jaguar Land Rover, Scandinavian Airlines, which were the industries with the expertise in the field of advanced manufacturing, so that they have done the job in focusing which were the challenges of the sector to address in terms of innovative training. So what we have done next has been to design 3 world curricula of technicians and people who had to develop specific skills in 3 different sectors, which were in subsectors, which were the robotics, industrial robotics, the ICT in manufacturing, and finally the advanced composite repairing materials. You can have a better look if you go from resources link into the e-learning platform. You will see which are the aim and the structure and the framework of our project. Actually, we are finalizing the content that you will find in our website in a very few weeks, so please come back to have a look to the final document in terms of curricula, of methodological guides, and of resources that you can find in the web learning platform. But you can right now take a look to which was the idea of the overall project. The project has developed several units of learning, and each unit of learning can be addressed in one different way. You can consider the units of learning as part of a curriculum, and I will show you which are the main curricula that we have developed, or you can address units of learning in terms of job roles, which are not matching the curricula because there are different needs, and the needs are always changing and developing. And in terms of certifications, because all the project was done according to ECVET framework, the European framework for recognizing competencies across borders, so that each unit of learning can be recognized also in other systems. And I'm speaking not only of Italian, Denmark, and UK systems, but also on other countries, on other countries in terms of vocational educational trainings. And that's why we have done piloting with our units of learning involving students and teachers from all Europe. So we had a lot of foreign students from other countries. And our curricula were designing around the 3 main focus that I said before, so the industry introduction 4.0 specialist, and from each of these links you can address our units of learning in terms of skills, competencies, and the specific content that we have put inside. Of course, we have also a printed version, a PDF version, so by the end of the project you will have an e-book to download. The end of the project, the first project is very close because we will hand it in by the end of December. But as you have understood, and as Giovanni was highlighting a few moments before, we are going to think to other projects to develop the results that we have done until now. So coming to the end of my very short presentation, you can have an in-depth view of what I'm talking about navigating this website. You can have some more information on the real activities we have done during our pilotings and our classrooms in the website Skillman.eu. We have a lot of news, and we have also a YouTube channel in which you can find some presentation. You will have also you will find also a Skillman video promo in which you have a quite interesting presentation in terms of what we have done and which were the main aims of the project. I think that I can stop now, Giovanni, my presentation, because I don't want to steal too much time to what's coming next. Of course, we are open to all details, so if you want to have some more information, feel free to ask inside the webinar or also through our contacts, email contacts that you should already have. Thank you, Giovanni.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Fabio. Very short and clear. Now I take back the floor to go back to the presentation of the two project ideas that we are working on. So I will take back the sharing of the screen, and I will share the introduction of the form that we are going to, that we are going to ask. Yeah. It's just a moment, sorry. Okay, this one. Good. So I suppose now you can see my screen. And I have to take out the list of participants. So we are working on two new project ideas that are the continuation of Skillman.eu experience with this solid partnership and the built network of around 200 members that you participants of this workshop online decided to join in the last days. And the two new project continuation ideas refers, as I was telling before, to two different goals. One is to promote the life of the Skillman network, and the second one is to continue going on to produce the curricula in various sectors that are in a identification process within our partnership with the industrial partners. Starting from the number one that you will find in the form available to share the ideas, but this will be discussed at the end of the meeting. You will have this small description concerning the project that will be submitted in the call to promote the life of the network, and this will be under the strategic partnerships, and this means that we want to valorize the existing network of 200 organizations to have an ethic background for the activities of the Skillman Sector Skill Alliance. This means that we include in this idea to have partnerships with different organizations that not only belongs to the education and technical sector or to the industry, but also represent the civil society, to have stakeholders that can bring ideas and opinions that do not belong directly to the specific technical sector that Skillman face. This means that we want to develop technologies that answer to the needs of the most varied and wide range of the population. So we need to have a continuous feedback and to work with different organizations to make the network live and to make the network able to produce also ethical remarks and to exercise a sort of ethic control under the development of the technologies that Skillman Sector Skill Alliance bring on. The idea is perfectly fitting with the strategic partnerships proposals that the European Commission asks, because the network is already established during the last 3 years. Now it is also renewed with the new partnerships that are collected during these last weeks. After the conference, we observed an incredible interest among for our proposals, and then through this new project, the Skillman network want to grow up and produce important materials like documents and opinion papers for decisors, and not only for the Skillman Sector Skill Alliance team that will work in parallel to bring on the development of new curricula. Coming to the second of the two proposals, that is the perfect continuation of the Skillman experience. This proposal wants make in a sort of continuous production the model that Skillman has identified during his 3 years life, thanks to the collaboration within certification bodies, industry leader representatives, and educational providers. So this model will be in a way like certified in the next 3 years, will be run as a continuous way to work in the production of the curricula and in the delivery of the vocational courses. In this regard, we are involving not only at this stage, like it was in the first edition, not only VET providers, but also university research centers, and also groupment of enterprises, like, for example, we have the adhesion already done by various technological parks in different areas, European areas. So I think more or less this is what we can share at this stage, because basing of this simple information, we will ask to you to make your proposals in terms of ideas, methodologies, activities that you can think that are potentially deployable during these two different projects life. I mean that if, for example, for the network life, you could have some proposal to make some special event or some conference, or to include some of your existing activities in the network life, and this is one part. Or, for example, if you represent a university or a SQ or a school, you could think to include in your curricula, in your school curricula, the results of the Skillman Sector Skill Alliance first and second edition. You could ask to deploy a piloting test in your school or in your department. You could think to include some special technology that you have identified in the next stage research of the Sector Skill Alliance team. So this will be done filling this form, but I will introduce the form at the end. Now I will ask to the participants to introduce their own institutions, and to do this you have 2-3 minutes available each participant, and then we will see how to go on within this discussion using this form that we have prepared to collect project ideas and other proposals. So who is the first voluntary that want to go on with the presentations? Okay. I see here Emilian Metodiev. I don't know if the pronunciation is good. So Emilian, you can introduce yourself and yes, we hear you. So you can introduce yourself and your organization, and to do this you have from 2 to 4 minutes, I would say, because if there are not so many participants, this is due to our fault that unfortunately we did this mistake. We didn't ask two participants to express the email in the doodle, and then someone used a different name from the application, so we was not able to send them the invitation for the meeting. Sorry for this. We will try to recuperate for the next meetings, but now, so this means that we have more time for each presentation. Please, Emilian, go on.
Thank you very much, and I hope that the future development of Skillman project will be successful. About our organization, we are from Bulgaria, Sofia. We are registered as NGO, non-profit NGO, and we occupy with promoting sport and health activities among young people, among students, and some communities, disadvantaged communities, etc. And we, in these years, in the past years, we worked with many schools, companies, and media to form some project activities here in Sofia and other cities in Bulgaria. We also work in European level with some Erasmus projects. But of course they are not connected with technical solutions. They are connected with sport and sport development, active lifestyle development, etc. But as you said, for us it will be great to widen our expertise in other sectors. So it will be really great to be involved in some of Skillman activities in future. Actually, in the moment we are working with 2 Italian organizations. They are in NGO like us, and our partnerships are I think good, and it's pleasure for us to work on this basis. I don't know if I can say something more, or I don't know what is interesting for you.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your introduction to your organization. I can react immediately to your considerations, giving a view respect to the project targets that we are going to identify. So, of course, these characteristics make to fit your organization more for the network than for the Sector Skill Alliance in itself, and that's clear. But it's very important for us to have local organizations that can diffuse the knowledge of the contents of the project results with the schools and other stakeholders, but it's also important to have your point of view during the network life, but organizing a focus group and conferences to get this knowledge from you, to know what are the technologies and how these technologies are deployed in the real life, to know your point of view about these technologies, because we are going to face especially one important point for our life, I mean for our as a population. The Internet of Things means services, means opportunities, but means also control, means security, means a lot of different things that it's right to introduce in the debate of the youngsters and to get feedback and to diffuse the important considerations that we have to do considering the implementation of these innovations and these technologies in our daily life. So it's important that organizations like you that have different perspective of the industry leaders that we involve in the project bring their opinion. It's important that organizations like you involve youngsters and learners to contaminate the cultures of each other, not only to diffuse to them, but also to have them as first speakers in this debate. So thank you very much for your adhesion to the initiative. And so if you want now add something with your ideas, so I give you again the floor.
No, thank you. Maybe later when you send more information, we'll discuss here and we'll send you back something.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Marcin, I don't think that you have set your microphone, but if you want to try to say something, maybe.
Hello?
Ah, we hear. Oh, you are connected by phone.
Yes, you can hear me?
Yes, yes. Please.
Oh, okay. I thought I was only listening. Okay, that's very good. Basically, we're a consulting company, and we receive many groups from other countries, and also in the field of automotive, and we provide the training for them in different garage and to do the Erasmus Key Action 1.
Nordic Baltic region, mostly Scandinavian
so in this way, in this sense, we have many contacts
from other parts of Europe,
locally with many automotive specialists and also many schools.
Sorry, there is another voice in the background. Sorry, there is someone else speaking, or I don't understand if it's your voice 2 times that is arriving by computer also, or someone else that is talking.
It's only my phone.
I don't know.
No, it's someone else. Okay, just a moment.
Okay.
I switch off all the other microphones. So, Marcin, your number ends with 059. May you speak so I see who is speaking,
yeah,
please?
Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, you can hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, just a moment. I'm switching off there. Okay, I see you now. Okay, please try to go on with the telephone.
From the beginning?
Yes, now works. Okay.
Yeah. From the beginning, right?
Yeah, it's okay. No, no, it was clear at a certain time. I started to hear someone else. So
okay. So as I said to summarize, we have many contacts with automotive schools from other countries that they come here in Cyprus to make their training in Action 1. We have many mechanics and operators in the field because they come here to make the training in different garages and different places. Plus, we have contacts with many local stakeholders, for example, the Chamber of Commerce, universities, technical schools in Cyprus, and several. So we are kind of in between everyone. But the negative side is that in Cyprus we don't have heavy industry like producing cars and etc. So basically our main thing is that we have experience in working with students and operators in the field of automotive. We have also supported working in other Erasmus projects, and we have designed courses for different fields. And many operators in the field of automotive are engineers with master's degrees, etc. So they can help in case you need some support in designing the course and etc. So this is how we see we can position ourselves here in Cyprus. But of course we are open to other ideas because we know better the project, we know better how you want to develop the project idea, and this is it.
Good. Thank you very much. The presentation was for me understandable. I don't know for the other participants. I hope that you got the words of Marcin. And for me, the most relevant aspect that you mentioned that address your characteristic more to the Sector Skill Alliance than to the network, but this doesn't exclude both, because the Sector Skill Alliance is most addressed to participants that can share the advantages of the project work, and this could fit with your characteristic to have such connections with the schools that are in the specific sector of the automotive. But we will not limit to the automotive sector the next project. Pay attention, because we will extend and we will focus more the technologies than the sector that the technology belongs to. But anyway, I understand, in my opinion, that you could be a suitable partner for the Sector Skill Alliance. In the same time, of course, you are not excluded to be part of the network like you are, because I suppose you have already done the application, and then this will allow us to discuss in the conferences the ethic parts of the technologies debate on the technologies. So thank you very much again, Marcin. I go on. I see here a message from Harun that was making apologies because he arrived in delay because he has had an accident and has broken his shoulder. Harun, we are very impressed about it. I'm very sorry for this happen. Hope that is something that you will recover very soon and that is not hard. So who is the next candidate to make an introduction for himself and his organization? You have to switch on your microphone that I provided to switch off to do not disturb the presentation of Marcin, and then you can speak, please.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Marcin from Poland, Warsaw, and I represent the Northern Centrum, which is a Polish NGO, and we deal with the transfer of knowledge and good practices, mostly from Baltic region, but we also cooperate with other countries. So our main specificity is to do projects related to education, skills, research, analysis, and training. And recently we have done a research project on green jobs, which is related to many fields, where you can find green jobs, and transport is also one of them. And the potential of improvement of green jobs. So this, I think, would be connected with the Skillman project. We have in our team we have also a researcher who is specialized in the transport policy, mostly in Sweden, but can share good practices to other countries. So we can think how this might be useful for your project. And also we are interested in the education and how to create a job potential within different groups of workers. So we have also experience in the research, but mainly our profile is to be involved in transfer of knowledge. So I've heard that Denmark is part of the consortium. So from our profile, it might be interesting to see Danish experience, but also from other countries, from Italy and from other countries as well, to compare how they are different. And to be involved in some analysis, in some research, and also during the conferences you can participate in discussions and debates on the results of the project.
That's very good. Thank you very much. I have to make my apologies because I misunderstood the speaker before. I was thinking was you, Marcin, but instead not. So I would gently ask but after this, to the previous speaker to say his name, because it's not clear, because I was seeing only the mobile number, so, or the telephone number, so I have no idea who was speaking at this point. I'm very sorry for this misunderstanding. So Marcin, your presentation is very interesting. I understand that you have relevant expertise in the field. The only thing I would say relating to the green aspects that you mentioned, I'm afraid that this cannot be included in the new proposal that we are going to deal with, because there are sectors that are not allowed to the lot 2, that is the one that we are going to where we are going to present the new project, and this include the renewable energy and green technologies. So I don't know exactly, because we have of course to discuss and to analyze what you mentioned, how could or not included in this chapter, but anyway, this is for sure not treatable by the new Skillman proposal, because Skillman proposal will be not a blueprint project, but a lot number 2 project. I don't know if I have been clear in this. I will share you something now. Let me check. Yes. So you see, these are the 6 sectors that are dedicated to the blueprint projects, set of skill alliances, lot 3, and this cannot be subjects for the other lot proposals. So here I read that renewable energy and green technologies cannot be included in our Skillman 4.0 proposal. But anyway, we will have time to go deep in this discussion. So Marcin, thank you very much. I think that you are a valuable partner for the Sector Skill Alliance activities. Even if I right understood, maybe you can give me some feedback right now concerning the possibility that you have to organize piloting and implementation of the curricula at school level. Did I understand right about this?
So if we go deeper to the details, I can talk with our team members and check how we can fit the curricula you mentioned. I think that if we can try to analyze what will be needed, and then I can send you back by email maybe some some feedback on the question.
Yeah, of course. I didn't want the confirmation now, but just that you are able eventually to analyze this possibility and to join the consortium. Please.
I can do that.
Yeah, perfect. So I ask now to other participants if they want to introduce themselves and the organization they represent, if we have. Harun, maybe he has not the microphone connection. So.
Harun sta dicendo che non si sente.
Ah.
Some technical problems.
Okay, March in front from some technical problem, can't hear a word. I'm very sorry. So it's a catastrophic day for Harun today. After. Okay, so in this case I would like to ask to Tiziana to give a small update about the last contents of the curricula. Which are, Tiziana, the competencies that emerged as a very, I say, high level request in terms of competencies by the industry?
Okay. So, of course, we are finalizing the four. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sorry, I can't hear you anymore.
Yes. Yeah, we hear you perfectly.
Okay. Thank you, because okay. So we are finalizing the four curricula because we also are in the process of producing a curricula specific curricula focused on energy, and the main contents are, as Fabio has already said, regarding not only content but also skills and in general competencies. So if a teacher, maybe it's possible to show one curricula. Can you show the structure? Because I cannot use the screen now.
Okay, I have to share with you
possible, just to give an idea,
Tiziana,
a practical idea.
I would say that we started in delay, but it is not so late now because we have 10 minutes to the end. So if you can just make a short comment without analyzing any document, so we will have the option to close in time.
Yes, of course. I was not going to analyze in each curricula. It was only to show to the participants the general structures in order to have a more clear idea of what is a curriculum.
Okay, good. Any problem? Now you are. Yeah, now you are the power share your screen, so you can proceed. You can click on sharing and show us your video.
Because I was not prepared to present the curricula, so I have to find it. Just a moment. Sorry, because
I won't put you in difficulty. I was just minding if there is some particular competence that you noted that is specially asked by the industry members.
Sure.
So
Okay, besides, of course, of specific concepts as are competencies and knowledges regarding ICT and, of course, all the manufacturing process, what I noticed is that they request always also soft skills. I mean, for example, the capacity to understand the framework in which a worker is working, a technician is working, a manager is acting. So it is very important to know all the process and also to place it into a historical framework. Otherwise, it's difficult to manage the innovation process and also to develop new ideas and also skills and competencies to manage new processes, because we know that in this sector the innovation comes every day. So it's in a rush. Every year we have new machinery, new process, and of course, a technician, a worker, a manager has to learn how to learn continuously new competencies. On the other hand, what I noticed is that one soft skill request, very requested, is the capacity to work in team. So because to manage a process means to work with other colleagues, to share ideas, to share process, to share steps and also procedures, and at the same time to be able to construct, to build the new process in order to manage in the best way all the work. So this is something which is transverse. It's not regarding one specific curricula, and maybe it's something that you have to learn how to manage in every field of work, in particular if it's a field of work and research and also of education regarding ICT, innovation, and all these new fields of job insertion. I don't know if I answered at your question.
Yeah, more or less.
Of course.
Yes. I would say that before this meeting, I was talking online with Daniele Bassan, representative for Fiat Research Center, Fiat FCA Research Center, and so we are going. I'm saying this not for you, Tiziano, of course, because you are aware about this. We are going to collaborate with Daniele for the new project proposal. So the mandate that Fiat Research Center have is to identify inside or within the sectors that we are discussing the specific technologies that they would like to develop in the next stage. So one of the arguments, of course, is robotic, another one is Internet of Things, and we have other than relevant issues that are not secondary, but in the first in the top, we would like to try to put the Internet of Things and then the related competencies that become from this. So we have all the discussion about the networking and many other aspects that we have already faced in the first phase. So anyway, what we can do now, yes, please, Tiziana.
Yes, but another very important request is to strengthen the collaboration between industry, research center, and ECVET providers, of course, because there is the need to have a multi-sector partnerships and collaboration, and also to share the expertise of each part in a complementary manner. It's very, very important, because otherwise the ECVET providers are not in line with the research center and also with the job requests. So
yes,
okay.
No, I would underline that under this point of view, as I was mentioning before, we are going to include in the partnership more research centers. That maybe this is the answer to this consideration that you are making now. So we are including even the technological parks, not only the industry leaders like we did in the first phase, but we are enlarging to other actors that analyze the matters not only by the production needs, but also by the point of view of the research and development. So that's very good. I think that we have now the possibility to assess our own resources, internal potentials to contribute to the project proposals. So you have received with the invitation message one link to this page of Skillman website, and as you can see, there is a form here. The template, the form is to collect new ideas for the projects, or the ideas for the new projects. So first you have to select in the form, you have to select one option among the three, and then you can repeat the form if you have more ideas, and you can say that what you are going to describe is a new project that you would lead, and in this case you can define in the field below what help do you need to lead your idea, so you can have an idea concerning something that is connected to the Skillman network, and then you want help to build up a new partnership, or you want to valorize the results of the first Skillman period, or what else you get in mind. So another option of idea instead could be an activity or something that you would propose for the next network life. So in this regard, you will define in the abstract, and then you will propose some activity or some kind of activity that you would like to see in the project proposal. And then the third, you will say that I have an activity that I will propose for Skillman Sector Skill Alliance, Skillman 4.0 Sector Skill Alliance. So this is the part that regards your active role, potential active role in disseminate the results, in piloting the results with the students, in implementing the whole training courses developed by the Skillman team, both in first edition and in second edition. So you can decide to, as a university, to deploy a whole course designed by the Skillman, and then you can in this way candidate your institution or yourself. So the form asks you to put your name, your email. These are compulsory fields because you see the red asterisk. Then you decide which of the three options you want to select, the title of your idea, the abstract of your idea. Don't mind here, you have the possibility to write a lot of text. It's not limited, so as you can see, you can go down. And then here, eventually, if you need an help, so to deploy your idea of activity or your idea of networking or what else you want to propose, then if you have links that can connect the idea proposal to some existing online material or resource, then you can attach file here to give us apart the abstract if you have some already printed document or what else in PDF. then you submit, and then we will analyze these ideas, trying to involve you in the deployment of the project proposal and in the partnership. So it's important for us to collect these proposals, because we have a large network, as I said, of 200 organizations, and nobody can be, not all the partners can become, of course, first level full members of the new proposals. So we have to make a selection on this, and the selection will be based upon your proposals in terms of resources, internal resources that you can allow, that you can release, or your relations, networkings, and ideas, validity of the idea, relevance of the ideas that you are going to propose. It's 3:34, so nevertheless, the big delay that we had to start because of technical problems, we have rescued the time. So just 2 minutes, very fast. I see here now 8 participants. If someone wants to say some very, very short conclusion by his side, I open the possibility, and then we close the meeting. Okay, good. No reaction to this last call. I see something in chat. Harun, if you don't mind, may I attend the next meeting? I would say yes, Harun. The next meeting will start, I think, in half hour or 1 hour. Or what else? I will send you immediately. No, you are already connected. The meeting will be in the same room here, and so you can set your microphone starting from now on, because the room will remain open for your technical tests. So thank you very much to everybody to have taken part to this Skillman 4.0 ideas webinar online meeting to make new proposals. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.